Hey, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm covering Doom Machine. This is coming to Kickstarter soon, and as you can see, it's a little micro game that fits in just this little box. And I've already got the game set up here for the normal difficulty of play. There's also a hard mode that, after 10 or 15 attempts, I still have not won. I'll briefly explain the setup of the game and how it's going to progress, and then I'm going to do a full playthrough. And this is a pretty quick one, a pretty light little game, so I'm going to put my thoughts and kind of my mini review at the end. And just a reminder that for our Kickstarter content and for all our content, we receive no compensation. We don't get paid for any of this. I just want to help you make informed decisions. So to explain the basics of the setup, first of all, you got this card on the left that represents the power and sentience of the Doom Machine, as this evil supercomputer is growing in strength. So many of the enemy cards in the game will increase these values, and some cards will rely on them for their attacks and other effects. And the big thing is at the bottom of this stack, these are like the cards we're trying to destroy, the pieces and parts of this machine. At the bottom is the Doom Machine card itself, and our victory condition is to destroy it. And it attacks based on these values, adding them together, which can be incredibly tough to defend. You also have these stack of parts. As I mentioned, the Doom Machine's at the bottom. In normal mode, I removed 6 at random, and then you have 3 that start in play. In hard mode, you have to go through all of them, and oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. And each of these 3 enemy part cards has a die value up here in yellow. And whenever one of these cards come out, you're going to place a yellow die on that value. And that's like both the health value of the part. As you damage it, you're going to tick that down. And if it goes to 0, you destroy it. But it's also going to mark their activations, because at the end of every round, you're going to move it 1 space down and resolve the indicated effect. Finally, I have the stuff that's in my control. I've got my main little player card here. I've got my starting player hit points, which is 10. I've got spots to put my dice for shields, spots for my utility actions, which is basically dice mitigation. And I start with the 5 black dice, although as I defeat these cards, I get yellow dice added to my pool. So I kind of like steal their energy for myself. Up to a max of 5 yellow dice, you can eventually double the number of dice you're rolling. And speaking of rolling, to go through how a turn works, it's really simple. You roll all of your dice. And first, you can use any utility actions you want. In the normal mode, you have 3 of each. On the hard mode, you have 2 of each. But you have ones that let you increase or decrease a die by 1 value. And you can't wrap around from 1 to 6, unfortunately. But I can do like a 1 to a 2. Bam. And then you also have spots that let you re-roll a die. So let's say I didn't want the 3, and I could, there you go, it'd be a 1. And after you modify the die or re-roll it, you're going to leave it on that spot. That's why this is the first phase of the round, because you have to resolve all the utility powers you want to use before you start actually placing anything. So once I decide I'm done with utility powers, I can then place up to 4 dice on my shields. And they are going to be basically an ablative value that is worn down by enemy attacks. And you just, put the dice right up there. And whenever you suffer damage from an enemy, we'll see that in a second when we get to their activation, you're going to decrease dice by that amount. If any damage remains, you're going to take it to your hit points. If you go to 0, you die. So like, let's say I took 4 damage right now. I could just remove the 1 and the 3, or I could tick the 5 down. It doesn't matter. They're all just kind of added together into one shield pool. And the final option available to me with my dice is to attack one or more of the parts. And they each have in this little yellow box in the top what they need to be hit by. In this case, the Misery Extractor can be hit by a 2 or a 3, so each individual die of either of those types I put on it will tick its life down by 1 value. Same thing with the Extinction Collider here, although it's a 4 or 5. Other enemies will require combinations of dice to damage. For example, the Design Flaw, our little Star Wars reference here, needs a 3 and a 4. For each pair of those values you put down, you're going to do 1 damage. And again, when you reduce one of these cards down to 0 life, you're going to gain their yellow die until you have a max of 5 to your pool for the rest of the game, and you remove that card. Now, after you've used all the dice you want to use and put some on your shields, then you're going to resolve the enemy's activation. And what you do is you go with their cards from left to right, and for each one, you slide the die down a single space, and you resolve the effect indicated on that space. So for example, the Misery Extractor says it deals damage equal to the hit points of the part that is to its left, which in this case would be 0. This guy will deal 3 damage, this one will deal damage equal to power, which is 0, so this is actually a pretty nice little start here. And some of them will have multiple potential actions they can resolve. For example, down here, this guy will permanently increase the Doom Machine's power, again, making it more dangerous later. And some of them also have these yellow effects, which are triggered when you destroy them. And in this case, they're both actually positive ones. This one decreases sentience and power, and this one deals damage to the part on its left. But sometimes they'll also hurt you, like increasing power or things like that. Finally, after you've resolved all of their effects, you're going to draw the topmost card from the deck. You'll slide everything to the right, so it'll be the first one to activate on the following round. You put a yellow die on it for its health, and then you repeat. And you basically have to survive and level up until the Doom Machine comes out. It's always the last card in the deck, and if you can destroy it, you immediately win. And one more quick note for the enemy card activation. If a die would move into one of these little black spots here, it jumps back to its original starting spot, or same thing if a die would move off the track. It kind of resets, and it'll go back through its actions again until you destroy it. Alright, so with all that said, let's roll our dice and see how we do against the Doom Machine. Alright, so high values are good for shields, as you can imagine. But the easiest things for me to destroy right now, these combos are tough to get. You'll see I didn't get any 3+4, although I could use my mitigation to lower one of those 5s down to a 4. But yeah, the ones that I usually find easiest to kill are the ones that can use any single die to hurt them, even though they have a lot of life. And I'm really looking at this Misery Extractor, because next turn we're going to get another card to the left, and it's going to start dealing damage equal to that card's hit points. And then it can damage the card, so I kind of get a double benefit if I hurt that. So I'm just going to put the dice I plan to use, so that'll hurt it twice. And as I already noticed, that's doing 0 damage, that's doing 3, and that's doing 0, so I really only need 3 shields. And now I'm going to try to hit that guy at least one more time so I can hopefully get him down to half health. And as I already said, I'm taking 0 damage from him, 3 from him, 0 from him. So I can afford to re-roll these using my little utility spots. Let's see. That's not going to do it. Come on, just give me a 3. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. So that'll get me a 3rd damage. And then, what the hey, we'll hit this guy once. That can be my shield, more than I need. So this guy's going down to 3. He's down to 5. And when they activate, 0 damage because nobody's to his left. 3 damage, bringing my shield down to 3. And 0 damage because he has no power yet. I can pull this off, and we're getting our new enemy. Oh no, this is super duper lucky because this is one of the nastiest guys in the game. The Infernal Power Complex. Every time he hits here and here, he's increasing power and sentience by 1 each. But he's only got 3 life, and when I defeat this guy, he's going to hit the guy next to him for 2 damage. And look, that's saving me 6 dice of 1s, which would have been super duper hard to get. So yeah, very lucky placement here. And when I destroy him, he deals 1 damage to everybody else in play. So let's hope I can hit this guy and then get that guy soon. Alright, here's my roll. Okay. Oh, this will work, this will work. I can make the 1 into a 2. That'll hit the Misery Extractor. I've already got another 3. I can make this 4 into a 3 going down. So that'll finish him off. And then, yeah, I guess I'll just shield and hit the Extinction Collider again. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So boom, and boom, and boom. So this guy is defeated. I get his yellow die for next turn and the rest of the game. And with his special power, I'm dealing 2 damage to the guy on his left. Awesome. And the Extinction Collider's down to 4. So possibly you might be seeing an easier victory than normal, because that was a pretty awesome combo there. This guy's giving 1 power and 1 sentience. This guy's dealing 3 damage, no problem. This guy's giving another power, so they have boosted the enemy up a decent amount. Let's see who our new person is. Recycling Vats. Another 6 life 1, can hurt with a 1 or a 6. Deals 4 damage, and then repairs 2 to any adjacent parts. So not too bad if I can block the damage, and he's not terrible to kill eventually, because again, I can hit him with 1 die. But this turn we want to hopefully get triple 1s. Not sure that'll happen. Oh, that's actually not too bad. I can change those 2s into 1s with the top utility actions. So I really need to roll a 1. So let's try. We get 3 chances. That's not it. That's not it. Why am I getting so many 6s? Last chance. Come on, give me a 1. Oh, but I cannot change that. You can't reroll and lower. So we're not defeating that guy this turn. But all the 6s and 1s could smash that recycling vat, so yes. Although the question is, how much can I afford to hit it? He's going to do 4 damage, nothing, nothing, and damage equal to power. That's 2 now, so that's 6 damage. So if I keep 1, 6, that should be fine. I can't do anything with that 2, though, can I? Oh, well. All right, so yeah, I'll go ahead and Smack that guy for 4. Wow. And then, yeah, the 2 is just going to be a waste. I mean, there we go, extra shields. So that guy's all the way down to 2. If I can get this guy finished off, he'll hit him again down to 1. So I should be able to 1-2 punch both of them next turn, hopefully. Okay, 4 damage. Nothing, nothing. And 2 more. I had 2 shields left I didn't need. And who's our new friend? The Synaptic Disruptor. Need a 4 and a 5. Again, pretty tough. He's got 4 life. His effects aren't too bad. He's going to do Sentience, and then damage equal to Sentience, which is currently 1. But, yeah, if I don't kill him eventually, he's going to really boost the Doom Machine. Well, let's see if I can get my 1s. Come on! Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still going to have to... Yeah, I'm still going to have to just roll a natural 1. Darn it. Okay, so let's try rolling this guy first. 2 won't do it. Let's try this one. No. And I want to keep the 2 and the 1. But if I reroll a 6, I might not. Well, whatever. Oh, yes! Okay, so that was my reroll. This will lower down to a 1. Everything else is fine. So, that'll be 1, 2, 3. Boom! And that will finish this guy off, so we only need 1 attack. Can I survive if I kill them both? He's dealing 3 damage. So, yes, I'd be fine there. He's adding power, he's adding sentience. Yeah, nobody else is hurting me. So actually, can I hit somebody else? No, it doesn't look like I can. So just go into shields. This guy goes down to 1. I destroy this guy, get his die. Then he's doing 1 damage to everybody else, which means the recycling vats are finished off too. I'm up to 3 yellows already, wow. And with this kind of start, I bet even if I was on a hard mode, I might actually be able to win it. Okay, we got 1 sentience increase here. 3 damage, no problem. And 1 power increase. Got to take care of those guys eventually. But don't forget, the design flaw, if I can defeat that, will do -2 to each of them. So that's a pretty good one. New guy coming out, the Cerebral Amplifier. So to damage him, I got to get doubles, 2 dice of the same value. And he's going to deal 3 damage with each of his attacks. And in the fine print, it says if sentience is greater than 5, so 6 or higher, he deals 3 more. So not too bad right now, but if I just let like the Synaptic Disruptor hang out too long, could be a problem. But I got a crud ton of dice. Boom! Let's kill some guys. So easiest one is the Extinction Collider. I can just hit that pretty straightforwardly. In fact, let's see. I already have 2 4s. I just need a 5. I can lower a 6 down there. But who else can I hit? I can start working on the Cerebral Amplifier. Yeah, I can't use the 3s and 4s for that guy, or the 4s and 5s. I need all that stuff for this turn. Alright, yeah, so let's save that. And those. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be getting hit this turn. Well, here we go. I think I'll use that to increase that to a 2. That down to a 2. That'll get me another pair for the amplifier. And then this one down to a 5 with my last mitigation. That'll let me finish off the Extinction Collider. So, there we go. Hopefully 6 shields is enough. I think it should be. So that's 2 damage to this guy. Pretty close to dead. And this guy is defeated, getting me my 4th yellow die. I'm almost to my max. So I'm taking 3 damage. Damage equal to sentience. That is 2. And then this one just wraps back around, doesn't do anything yet. Very nice indeed. What's next? The Thought Siphon. Need a pair of 6s to get that guy. Wow. Deals 3 damage, 3 damage. And this one is a very nasty one. It means on the following turn, I cannot use more than 1 die in my shields, which can be terrible when, like, the Doom Machine comes out and just starts rocking my world. So we want to take care of all these guys. Let's see how we do. I want 2 pairs, first of all. Yeah, these 1s are doing nothing for me, so that'll be one of them. I've got 4s, but, ooh, 4, 3. And I could lower that one to be a 3 as well, and that would blast that guy pretty well. Yeah, I like that. So let's lower this 4 to be a 3. The rest are fine. The pair of 5s will kill him, and hopefully 6 shields is enough. Yeah, I'm liking this overall. So this guy's dead, and how many yellow dice do I have? Yes, this is my last one. I cannot gain any more. This guy's almost defeated. And I might actually take some damage. Let's see, that's 3. This one just jumps back. And then 3 more. Actually, exactly prevented it. Wow. And our new friend coming to play, and oh, it is the last one before the Doom Machine, is the Logic Mainframe. Going to add sentience and add power when I defeat it, so I don't even know if I want to kill it. But I have a lot of other fun targets. Let's see who I can go after. Okay, got a ton of 3s. So that'll finish off our 3-4 friend. I got a 5. I could start hitting the Synaptic Disruptor. Or the Thought Siphon, although he's harder to go after. I'm just worried about that no shield turn thing. Although nobody else really hurts me right now, so it'll kind of just be the Doom Machine. And destroying the design flaw is going to massively impact their combat potential. So yeah, let's go after the Disruptor, I guess. I mean, I can only hit him once, so I can lower that 6 to a 5, lower the 5 down to a 4. That'll hit him. Then I can do a pair, and another pair. And then I had one more increase. Might as well make this a 4, because I think I'll need more shields. And then I can re-roll the 1, get a 6. Well, there we go. Now I definitely have enough shields. Although, am I even being hit? Yeah, I am actually getting hurt. Well, only by this guy, though. I don't really need this, but I don't have anywhere else to put it. So, we'll stop. So, design flaw, gone, but I don't get his die. I already have my max. And I do lower sentience and power by 2. Awesome. So there we go. I blasted that Womp Rat and lowered... Gosh, this is the... I want to really stress here. This is by far the best the game has gone for me ever in like 20 plays or more. So, this is not necessarily typical, but it's certainly fun to kick this much butt. And this guy also goes down to 2, so I almost got both of these people. Wow. But they can do their effects. A +1 sentience, which just creeps it back to 1. Sorry, guy. 3 damage. That's easy to block. And another +1 sentience, up to 2. And here he is, the big bad himself, the Doom Core. Need triple 6s to hurt him. Yes, that's right, triple 6s 4 times. And besides that, he's going to deal damage equal to sentience plus power. So right now it's only 3. But then each of these other actions increases both of them by 1. Now, to be very clear, I have no obligation to destroy these other parts. If I blow that guy up, I am good to go. So let's see if we can roll some 6s here. Oh, I got a lot of 5s. I can certainly increase them. I'm certainly never going to destroy the Thought Siphon. That's just silly at this point. Okay, this pair of 2s could go on the Logic Mainframe, although I'm just going to help him. Do I even care? Well, let's see what else I can do first. I can reroll this 1. Okay, that didn't help. I do have a 3, so I'll reroll a 4 now. Okay, I got a 1. All right, you know what? I have more 5s than I need. I'll reroll one of these, and I got a 3. Okay. So, simple enough. I'll use that utility to increase that. That one, I've got 1 triple 6. So, there we go. Have fun with that, buddy. And, I might as well increase this to a 6, because that's going to be my shield for this round with my last utility spot. And then, pair of 3s, pair of 2s. That will finish off that guy, although it is going to help the Doom Core. And, I don't know, I guess the 3 and the 1 will just hang out being a bit of extra shields. So Doom Core is a 4th of the way there. Logic Mainframe is gone, but going to boost the Doom Core to 3 power. And then the Doom Core is dealing 5 to me. Ouch. Thought Siphon is going to limit me to only 1 guard next turn, but this is totally fine, because look, the Doom Core is off its attack now. It's not going to attack, and neither is this guy. Wow. I'm taking damage equal to Sentience, which is 2. Okay, this should be a pretty straightforward wrap-up, I think, here. Okay. Triple 1s is not what I need anymore. Oh, but here we go. 2 6s and a 5 I can increase. Let's just go ahead and do that right off the bat. And let's reroll those 3 1s, see if we get lucky. That is a whole lot of not 6 there. Oh, well. But hey, might as well hurt the Synaptic Disruptor. I can increase that to a 5, so that'll be a 4-5. And then I have another 4-5. Awesome. So triple 6 there. Have fun, buddy. 4-5, 4-5. And a little bit of blocking. Doomcore's feeling very lonely as all of his friends are destroyed. All he's doing is increasing his power and sentience, and this guy's just jumping back around. I don't even need any armor. Oh, that's right, I could have only used 1 from the previous power, but clearly it didn't matter. Alright, let's finish this mecha monstrosity off. I have all this room to roll. Ooh, that's some nice 6s there. I got a 5 to increase. That's definitely 1 damage. Let's just reroll 3 of these, see if we get lucky, because everybody just wants 6s. Ah! I can't increase that. Okay, so I'll just increase the 1 5 to a 6. That's down to 1 life for the Doom Core. And the rest of these, I mean, geez. Yeah, his 3 damage won't matter. He's increasing these again. And let's see if we can finish him off. Ooh, a natural 666 that time. So, bye-bye, Doom Core. We hardly knew you. So once more, I do want to really stress that I've never had a game go that luckily. Like, those were kind of the perfect draws of parts in combination. But that is the Doom Machine. And there is a hard mode. What it does is you can only use 3 dice for shields. You only get 4 spots for mitigation. And you have to go through the entire deck of cards, which means power and sentience just tend to be ridiculous. And even when I've made it to the Doom Core, even when I've survived that long, he's doing like 10 damage to me every time he attacks. Very challenging. But yeah, in terms of the Kickstarter and my thoughts on it, the things I like that I think a lot of gamers might enjoy too, this is, as you saw, a very quick game, very light, takes up very little space. The box is nice and tiny, so it definitely ticks off all the boxes of a good micro game. And I think the dice manipulation and placement is not too brain-burny, but you do have interesting choices of how much you want to block. You have to kind of figure out how much damage is coming at you, which things you want to focus on most, which things are most dangerous, as opposed to which ones are easiest to defeat. And the build-up of gaining more dice from the enemies and kind of increasing the complexity of that puzzle and how you're going to use your dice is definitely nice. I also like the variety of the enemy cards themselves and what order they come up in. Like, some of them boost other cards you didn't see, but some of them will actually like make other cards activate more often. We saw one that heals them, and then like the little powers that damage them. That's all really fun. And even though this ended up being an easier play with some luck of the draw there, if you want to challenge yourself and play on hard, like I said, I haven't won in 20 attempts, so the game can definitely provide difficulty if you're looking for it. But the cautions or concerns potential backers might want to think about. First of all, don't come in expecting some epic giant experience. You saw basically the entire game there, except for some of the cards in the hard mode. Also, be aware that while the mitigation options are pretty decent, you saw there can be a lot of luck of the roll and luck of the draw, which cards come out in which combination, and especially like when you're trying to hit these triples or doubles of specific values, you can just come up empty like several turns in a row, and the rerolls aren't enough. Now, the game is so quick, and I think the randomness kind of adds to its replay and the challenge, that it's going to be fine for a lot of gamers, but just be aware that the dice luck certainly plays a part here, and there is a lot of randomness overall. But that was the Doom Machine. I hope you enjoyed it. Go check out the Kickstarter page, see what you think. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.